Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the business and the silly editions. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you'd like to catch the show live and participate with the nonsense as it happens. But with that, let's go ahead and get diving right on into the news. First, Amazon devices will soon automatically share your internet with neighbors. This is kind of like your last warning. I think is it the June 8th. That's 4 days from when I'm recording this. Probably, if you're watching this not live, it will be 2 days from when you were watching this live. This system, the Sidewalk system, will be turned on unless you explicitly have opted your systems out. It is going to give a sub-level access of internet that you have to other people. So if you are on a seriously metered connection, definitely turn that crap off, because it's going to allow other people to use your internet. So if they're walking down the road with your particular Amazon device, some Amazon device that they have, it'll connect automatically to your Amazon devices through all of the stuff that you have out there as well, basically producing a giant mesh net. Now, they are saying that it limits it to 500 megabytes and 80 kbps. So that will eat into some people's bandwidth. I mean, here in America, we have crappy internet with bandwidth limits. So there you go. So let's see. Total monthly data at 500 and instantaneous bandwidth of 80 kbps. But that is how much could possibly be shared. Now, when I have here, I don't have a data cap at this point in time. We might eventually have a 1 terabyte on Comcast. I probably won't have Comcast by then. I'm looking into some of the cellular internet connections right now, and I have a product I will probably be reviewing soon. These guys are very limited in how much internet. And if that is you need to take note that you could be sharing some of your precious internet with some fool walking down the street with an Alexa device. So you got to be careful with that. So what you need to do is head on in, open up the Alexa app, open more and selecting settings, selecting account settings, select Amazon Sidewalk, and turn Amazon Sidewalk off. This is opt out. Everybody will be automatically turned on and running Sidewalk on June 8th unless you explicitly turn it off. And I would advise everybody to do that so that Amazon abandons this plan of nonsense. So with that, let's move on over to the next Amazon story. And that is that after 75,000 Echo arbitration demands, Amazon now lets you sue it. They're basically dropping the requirement for arbitration because, as Patreon figured out, if people run en masse at arbitration complaints, you will go bankrupt. And Amazon is realizing that. Now, I'm not sure they're necessarily going bankrupt, but 75,000 times we're forcing you into arbitration, so we're paying for it, really means a whole lot of money. Now, what is this related to? This is important because in the privacy section this week, we talked about the Halo and the health data and all these types of things. Well, this is tied to your Amazon Alexa devices, recording information and sending that data to other people to actually hear, listen, and analyze. People did not like this, and they had received thousands of complaints, and Amazon said, well, you can't sue us. You got to go through arbitration. So they grouped together with a lawyer who battles companies that fight with arbitration agreements, and he got the arbitration shut down because when all 75,000 of you come at once, it's a really massive bill. And so Amazon is dropping its arbitration in response to the fact that people are suing Amazon en masse over Alexa collecting and storing data. Who would have thought a smart speaker collects, stores, analyzes data, and uses it for other purposes? If only there were a person on the internet who told you about that. Oh, that's right. I did. You guys want to listen now? Stop using these stupid, smart connecting devices. There's no earthly reason to use this crap. It's a bunch of nonsense. All it's doing is giving your data in more refined, more usable chunks to these companies. Stop it. Stop it. We need to stop doing this stuff, guys. This is not good for us. Stop it. But it's so convenient. I can play music from across the room. Well, good for you, Sparky. If you need to play music from across the room, you could probably lose a few calories, get up, walk over, and change the music yourself. I mean, you're doing it from your phone anyway, most of y'all. So what are you talking about from across the room? Your phones are permanently attached. You may as well get one of those IR transplants. But there you have it. Amazon is now dropping its arbitration because lots of people ganged up on them and said, hey, you want to force arbitration, huh? That's going to be expensive fast. Well, Facebook is to end special treatment for politicians after Trump. And by the way, if you didn't notice, breaking today, Facebook has said, oh yeah, Trump is going to be banned until July 7th or January 7th, 2023. Oh, right after the midterm elections. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. In other words, basically what Facebook is doing right now is, hey guys, we control the narrative. The people will get into office who say get into office. The people who have platforms, if we say we have platforms, if you don't like what they have to say, create your own platform for us to disband. They created their own platform. It was called Parler, and all y'all guys colluded and got it kicked off. They came back, fortunately. Or unfortunately, depending on your point of view. But guys, just in case you're a libtard, you're like, oh my God, Trump needs banned. Trump said go home peacefully. Okay? Maxine Waters said if they don't do exactly what we want, get into the cities and burn them down. She's on Facebook. Trump is not. I'm not a huge Trump fan necessarily, but I got news for you guys. This is not about Trump. This is not about anything but a political agenda. And this is Facebook taking one more step to say, you know why they're doing this? They're doing this because they could not find a way around the Florida law. So they're saying, nope, there's no special treatment for anybody. Very interesting. Very interesting. Guys, Facebook only exists because you guys use it. As long as you guys are using Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp, Facebook is going to get more powerful. You want to see Facebook die? Stop using it. But my family, stop using it. If your family likes you, they'll contact you another way. Get off of this stuff. Get off of it. When everyone gets off of it, it goes away. That's what happens. All right, a couple Microsoft stories now, because we're all getting riled up here. I'll get these comments now. I see it. So damn, man. Yeah, no. People like this old classic switch to Linux. I figured I'd bring it back for a little bit anyway. YouTube doesn't like what I'm doing anyway, may as well. So anyway, Windows, maybe this is a good thing or not, maybe it's about time. Windows finally releases a package manager. About time. Windows Package Manager 1.0. So there we have it, 2021. They finally have a package manager that's very much like any package manager in Linux. So this is called WinGet. You can do WinGet and search for things. WinGet install Candy Crush. Oh no, never mind. That's just automatically installed. So you can go ahead and install it from the App Store, of course, and then you can use this if you happen to want to manage your applications on Windows in the terminal. Some people like that. Some people don't like that. I think there's a little bit less use case scenario for the terminal in Windows as it is, or command line in Windows as the terminal is in Linux. But nevertheless, at least they finally have something, although it's Windows. Why do we care? Well, Windows, though, really wants you using its own products. So if you go over and you explicitly change your default web browser to something other than Edge, or if you explicitly change your search engine to anything other than Bing, Windows is like, hey, you want to change? Hey, you want to change back? Hey, you want to change back? Hey, you want to change back? Big pop-up. You want to change back? You want to change back? So you'd figure that Microsoft would get the lesson that nobody wants to see this nonsense. In fact, somebody posted a video on the, I think it's on the YouTube channel's YouTube section on the, or video section on the Discord channel. It was hilarious places that the Windows messages showed up on like billboards and stuff. It was quite hilarious. But this article actually had a really good one down here. Now here's the pop-up. Bing! Microsoft recommends different browser settings. Do you want to change them? What you'll get, search gives you back time and money. Fast and secure search results with Bing. In other words, if you've explicitly set your search engine to something other than Bing, it gives you annoying nagging pop-ups to change you back to Bing. Notice what's not here? No, I don't want to use Bing. That's why I turned it off to begin with, you stupid morons. That's not on here. No, you have yes, change the settings, or maybe later. Maybe later means I'm going to annoy you another time in about 2 or 3 more minutes. And that's exactly what Microsoft is doing. So have a look at this. This is just a glorious piece of art here.
Now, like the browser has been indicating locally heavy amounts of rainfall Microsoft recommends upgrading to Windows 10. What should I do?
Yay!
Don't you love when that pops up, huh? Anyway, over an inch has fallen across
Windows 7,
southwest Iowa, and we will be keeping track of that as the morning goes along
gets
here,
better,
too. So, what's going on with my clicker now? Okay, the winds have been very gusty overnight as well. It's the Windows 10, right? That's what people are going to say. Don't do it.
So there we have it, guys. It's like, this is the annoying part. Like, dude, this is why Windows sucks. I am in the middle of something. Stop giving me pop-ups from the operating system level. Especially annoying ones like, hey, you should use this new operating system that's been out for years and you clearly haven't changed to it. Hey, we see you explicitly change your settings. You want to change them back? Do it now or I'll annoy you later. Windows, screw you. This is why I switched to Linux. So there we have it, guys. Well, if you want to help support the channel, we do have a series of affiliates today. We are highlighting Linode, tlm.li/Linode. You can use my affiliate code here to get $100 credit, which is good for 60 days. You can spin up any number of Linodes that you want in that time. Utilize $100, figure out how to do things. You can do this to host your own Nextcloud, your own VPN, or a whole lot of other things. I actually moved 30 clients to it on a cPanel build. That's how well Linode's working. It works better than the other systems I've been using. A2 hosting was also very good, but Linode allowed me to do it a little bit better with the cPanel license changes. So anyway, have a look over at Linode at tlm.li/Linode. Now, guys, let's get silly. So first up in Sillyville, Lithuania and Vilnius built a portal to each other to keep people connected. That's right. And they modeled it off a portal. Is that the video game or is there a TV show? I don't know. You let me know. I'll have to ask my friend. So, yeah, basically it's just a super expensive webcam going down the main street. So, yeah, they built Portal. Why? Because I guess that's from Stargate. Is that from Stargate? Okay. So they built it because they need to, the people they're not connecting well anymore because, they're not allowed to be in the vicinity of each other. And so in order to keep the cities close and not lose contact with each other, they have a portal. So you can go up to the creepy portal, the creepy always on webcam in the middle of the city and stare into it and look at the person in the other city in their creepy webcam staring at theirs. So okay. All right. Anyone from Poland out there can let me know how this thing works. If you're in one of these two cities, go let me know. Send me an email. Tell me how the portal works. I'm just curious to know. Poland to allow people to view each other in real time, meant to inspire new ideas of unity. Check, please. No. If I want to inspire new ideas of unity, how about being in the room together? What are you afraid of? The 0.001% chance you might keel over and die? I don't know. Well, over in the UK, the police discovered a Bitcoin mine that they suspected was a cannabis farm. So if you want to look at what might be going on in a cannabis farm, you look for radiating heat, you look for a lot of electricity, certain spectrums of electromagnetic radiation. In fact, Wendell at Level 1 Tech, he's actually said police showed up on his door a few times thinking that he might be having a farm down there because of the number of computers he had at his personal residence. He's like, oh, no, not at all. Come on in and have a look, Like, all right. Well, they had all of the signs, all of the symptoms of a cannabis farm. They bust on in the door with their search warrants and just find a Bitcoin mine. Whoops. Which is not technically illegal. I think they did say they seized some computers, though, that did not make any arrests. Mine was stealing thousands of pounds. Oh, this is actually why they did bust in and seize the computers, because It wasn't tied into somebody's house. They were actually pulling from the city's electric grid. That's actually what caused the raid to begin with. So the mine was stealing thousands of pounds worth of electricity from the main supply. They searched the unit on May 18th on the back of intelligence that led them to believe it was used as a cannabis farm. They had all the classic signs. However, the police officers found a bank of 100 computers and 0 plants upon entering the building. So they had all of these, 100 of these little custom-built computers mining Bitcoin. So all these classic signs, they said. Certainly not what we were expecting. And all the trademarks of a cultivation setup. It was only the second such crypto mine we've encountered in West Midlands. And they had a listing of all this stuff down here. My understanding is mining cryptocurrency itself is not illegal, but clearly extracting electricity from the main line to support its power is. So they seized the computer equipment, but they did not actually make any arrests at this time. So there you go, guys. If you are thinking of building yourself a Bitcoin mine or a cryptocurrency mine of some form or another, recognize the potential that you could be pinned for growing something else. Of course, just move it on into like Colorado or some state where it's all legal and hey, you'll be all fine. Of course, I'm not sure you can even do that. Now onto our feature article in Sillyville today. Norton 360 is already sucked. It's pretty much sucked from the beginning of time. It is a giant system hog. It completely destroys your computer's resources and probably shortens the length of your computer and really doesn't do any better than anything else. If you're on Windows, you need a Defender system, just use Windows Defender. They already have access to all your information and you know what? Whatever else. So anyway, now, and they're selling this as a feature, it will let you mine Ethereum cryptocurrency. And they're putting this in the marketing stuff as it's a good thing. Literally, our program sucks so bad, it already completely is a detriment to your system's performance. So let's just go ahead and turn on Ethereum mining in the background because your system already sucks with our product on it. Literally, and it doesn't profit you, by the way. It all goes to them. This is like tier level con job right here. This is how you know you have a stupid customer base when you can pull this off and be profitable. Norton LifeLock has added the ability to mine Ethereum cryptocurrency directly within the Norton 360 antivirus program as its way to protect users from malicious mining software. I don't know how it maliciously protects, except for the fact it slows the system down. Nothing's like, they're like, dude, we wanted to go ahead and install our virus on this computer, but it's so stinking slow, it won't benefit us. Don't even bother, you know? So it's called Norton Crypto. We'll be rolling out tomorrow. Oh, Lord, this is already out. To Norton 360 users enrolled in Norton's early adopt program. The crypto is enabled. The software will enable the graphics card to mine for Ethereum, which can then be transferred into a Norton wallet hosted on the cloud. It's not clear if every device running Norton Crypto is mining independently or as part of a pool of other users for getting a greater chance of earning it. As the difficulty of mining Ethereum by yourself is high, Norton users will likely be pooled together for a greater chance of mining a block. If Norton is operating a pool for this new feature, it may take a small fee of all Ethereum mined as a common among the pool operators, making a new feature revenue generator for the company. Oh, look at that. I guess maybe you can take, I guess maybe you do benefit a little bit, but they take some, I guess. I don't know. I just think it's stupid to take a program that already destroys your system resources and makes it even worse. And FYI, guys, just because your system's mining Ethereum on one process doesn't mean another process can't get in there and mine it too. Just saying, you know, computers are kind of tricky this way that they can't actually do multiple things at the same time. This is part of the problem. So yeah, I would highly not recommend doing this. I would probably, if you have Norton installed, I would probably go ahead and just uninstall it now and just use Windows Defender. It's going to be just as good, not quite a system as heavy, and it doesn't do stupid stuff like try and convince you to mine money on its behalf, utilizing your system and your services. What is this, nonsense hour? Yeah, that's right. We are in Sillyville. Well, if you want to help support the channel, we do have Patreon. Patreon will help support our Linux, our Christian, and our writing stuff if I ever get back to the writing channel again, but, you know, stay tuned. We'll see what happens. Anyway, we do have Patreon, patreon.com/TOMM. You can find me on over there, and you can jump on in, help support the channel. So with that, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoy switching. to Linux. Thank you for watching this video from Switched to Linux. This channel would not be possible without the backing of the program supporters scrolling on the screen now. You can be a supporter at Patreon at patreon.com/TOMM or at thinklifemedia.com. I also want to thank the open source community who creates such excellent software that makes producing this show possible. Please remember to support your software communities. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.